Terri landed her first legit boyfriend senior year of high school in the fall of 1990, setting an epic drama in motion. Kim pens a Victorian letter to Lori reminding her she's not ugly. Plus, Lori's given up on jewelry. Terri is obsessed with making it, and Kim doesn't want any of her jewelry to change. Ever. Also, could someone please throw Terri a word of affirmation? Welcome to Generation Artax.
Are you ready for us? Come on, Kim. I'm interviewing you. Everybody knows I am the star of this show. Let me see.
And we're live. It feels like the rock and roller coaster.
Everything's
3,
a roller
2,
coaster.
1.
Everything's a roller coaster with this one. She wants to be on a roller coaster. It's her favorite metaphor. My least favorite everything.
It's true.
Yep. Well, welcome to Generation Artax. I'm Terri. I'm the oldest, and I am obsessed with my new jewelry hobby. I have a tool that I love playing with, and all I do is take my glasses off and go like this and unhook things and rehook them. It's like I'm a mad scientist. Look at what I'm wearing right now. I'd like to just show you. I bought a piece of vintage chain and I attached this, which was on another necklace. I attached that here. And this was on another necklace. And I attached it to this paperclip chain, which I lengthened with some extenders. I'm just going crazy over here. That's me.
Do you find yourself wanting to say, I pity the fool?
Yeah. I love it. I love it so much.
Okay. I'm Kim. I'm the middle, and I couldn't be more opposite in terms of jewelry and jewelry preferences. I wear only wedding rings, this bracelet on my right wrist that I've worn since graduation morning from college that Joe gave me, and then the same stainless steel silver hoops in my ears every day, and the same diamond solitaire necklace that Joe gave me for our 20th anniversary Christmas.
Nothing changes.
Nope, and I don't want it to.
Okay.
I make whole new pieces
Lori.
every day, sometimes more than once in a day.
I'm Lori. I'm the youngest. Jewelry wise, I'm only wearing my engagement ring, which will have a band in under a month. And that's the only thing I wear consistently.
That's it?
Wise.
Mhm.
Yep.
What about
Consistently,
earrings?
yeah. No, I haven't worn earrings in I don't even know how long.
Weird. You're weird.
You've
They
given
get
up
stuck
on
in my
earrings?
hair. Yeah.
Wow, she's
didn't-
done. She's letting them grow over.
They've I don't know the last time I wore them. No, I think you can like still pop it through. I have.
You don't
Are you going
care.
to wear earrings for your wedding?
No.
I don't know. I might do my hair up, so then maybe. But then they're still
Interesting.
swinging and
You don't
hitting
like
me.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have
Mm.
any that I like anymore,
Okay.
so I don't know what I would wear.
Okay.
You don't like
Mm.
stuff on you. You don't like the feeling of stuff on you. You don't have a lot of rings. You only wear the wedding.
Yeah.
She's a
Well, it's
jewelry
'cause I would have
nudist.
it's more like it'd be annoying to take on and off, and I don't own that many things and blah, blah, blah,
Never
blah.
take anything off.
I know, but that doesn't work for some of my workouts. I have a bar that lands here a lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay. CrossFit and jewelry, they don't go together.
They don't.
I mean, I work out on this. I think of it as instead of wearing a weighted vest, I just wear a couple chains and do some jump rope.
You don't jump rope.
I have started jump rope again. And I love it because I remembered that I have a jump rope playlist and it's the best songs to jump rope to. And I started doing it this past week. And I
your
really
apartment?
like it. Yes.
I'm sure your downstairs neighbors love that.
That's supposed to be
No, they
great for
can't
your
hear it. I have a-
lymphatic system. Jumping and draining
I
it.
don't know why it's different than running because you're still doing the same motion. You're just not moving forward. I mean, sometimes I run on the jump rope, you know? How is that not just the same as running?
They're not the
I
same.
don't know. I feel like
I
they're
don't
not- They
know.
don't feel the same
Well, I
to
think
me.
going up and down and going forward, they're very different.
I had lots of jump
It's
roping was programmed in my workout today. 5 rounds of 60 double unders, so I did 300
Oh my
300
God.
jump ropes. I find it like really
double
makes
unders.
me feel like badass to jump rope.
Terri is the loudest walker. She has a heavy foot. She has a heavy gait. And so I can't imagine living downstairs from you with you
No,
jump
no.
roping.
I have carpet over most of my floors and I am barefoot and I do not stomp around. I do
You
not.
jump rope barefoot?
I do everything barefoot.
Oh,
I work out barefoot. I do weights barefoot. I jump rope barefoot.
Oh, I definitely couldn't double under in a barefoot because every once in a while you whip your feet. I'm trying to get it under me twice for each jump. And so sometimes the timing of it messes up. And
She
if it
whips her
hits your foot, it whips it and give you like a whip mark.
But you don't think it's a bad idea that I do that?
No,
I think it's
not.
good for the
Doesn't
muscles
hurt
in your
you.
foot.
No,
No, I
Lori's
have a
like,
thick carpet, a carpet mat, and a exercise mat on top.
okay,
No one can hear me.
I'm not worried about
Anyway.
it anymore.
If you're wondering what the best jump rope song is, it's by an artist I don't even really listen to ever because he's nuts. The best jump roping song is Black Skinhead by Kanye West.
Black skinhead. Ugh.
I know, it's not great. He's
Moving on.
problematic. He's problematic.
Why don't you, Lori gets whipped in the feet. Why don't you watch me whip? Watch me nene.
What? No.
Okay.
Cool.
Terri has stuff to read. I have stuff to read. What
All
are we
right,
going to
good.
do?
Let's do it. We have pseudonyms. No. Is that it? What's a pseudonym? What's
It's a name for someone else. Yes, that's right. Pseudonym.
I
Yes,
just blanked
that's
on
right.
what the word pseudonym meant.
Wow.
Okay.
So not really your name. It's a pseudonym.
Pseudonym. Okay, got it.
Right.
All right. This is in the fall of 1990, which is my senior year. I have made out with boys up until this point, but you know, it wasn't
We
like
heard.
I was really, really dating anyone. Okay. Well, in this entry, I announce I am currently dating, let's call him Brad. I'm currently dating Brad. I mean, I guess you could call it dating, even if we go out with a carload of his friends when we do go out, but they're so much fun when they're together. I already asked Brad to my semi-formal. For me, it was a very early proposal, seeing as how last year I met my date 2 weeks before. I've hung out with Brad all summer as friends, and I think it's great that we were just that before, you know? Well, it was the Friday night before the SATs, and I went over to his neighbor's where he was babysitting a 5-year-old terror named John. Around 11 o'clock or so, I told him I'd better go. We had been coaxing, pleading, and fighting with the little demon to stay in bed. Brad and I stood in the carpeted hallway in the dark, and we stopped. He had his arm around my waist as he'd led me out of John's room, and I looked straight at him. The moment was suspended in the climactic mid-air as we both risked our first outward show of mutual affection. Then he kissed me, or I kissed him, or whatever. It happened.
I was just thinking that. And then he kissed me.
The first kiss is always a bit overwhelming. It lasts within its own breathless measure of eternity. He was pulsing. His heart seemed to shake his whole frame, and I, attempting to keep my facade of composure intact, asked him what was wrong. He looked up shyly at me and told me he just never thought I'd like him in that way. I felt like calling up Paramount Pictures right then.
Random.
Living a movie.
That's so random.
You're kidding, I said. No, well, all summer you were out gallivanting with all those guys. Oh, Brad, come on. This is all I'm writing the screenplay. Oh, Brad, come on. Look at those guys. It's not like anything worked out with them. I was flattered, shocked, thrilled, psyched, and surprised. I left soon after, flying to my car, nervously chattered to myself that this was the beginning of something new. Only days before, I'd pondered the idea of a boyfriend. 2 days later, I'm sharpening pencils for the SAT, not really thinking about it at all, but looking at a new part of senior year, a senior year boyfriend.
Nice.
So there you go. There you go. I want you to know
Is that the first time you used the word boyfriend?
That's the first time I used the word boyfriend. Also,
Wow,
when
for
I
sure.
talked about having a facade, you know, I did the little squiggly under the C.
Yes, you did.
I did, because I
I'm
know
sure
what
you did.
facade is. But I mean, I do remember that distinctly. I do remember it. And you know, when they say, like you noted, Kim, that you fact checked yourself, you're like, oh, that's not how it happened at all. At the same time, we could all swear to what we do remember. Like, I know
Right.
that's what happened. I doubted he would disagree with that, you know, but I just remember it being like, that's the first time you risk a thing. It's so high stakes. It just is. I mean, anytime you kiss someone for the first time, it is a little bit high stakes, but you know, it gets easier, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But
Does he
yeah.
definitely listen to the podcast?
I don't know. I'm guessing maybe. I mean, we're connected on social. I'm sure he watches it.
I'm surprised then there wouldn't be any comments because, like,
Oh, well, maybe he's not
Right?
listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's alive
Um,
and well, and I share that as he was really he wasn't a big player. We were both each other's first boyfriend, girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Huh.
So it
Yeah.
meant, it was like, that meant something, to be each other's first.
I do remember so much about that because I was I mean, I wasn't there. I didn't know that first kiss story, but I was a freshman. So I was in high school now, and I was dating somebody who was at the same guy's school as Brad. And so
Right.
there was a lot of like,
Mhm.
there was buzz like that you guys were seniors, like, oh, Terri Trespicio and Brad are
Really?
dating now, and da da da. I mean, Justin
Wow.
had a guy crush on him. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it was very like he was a senior at his school, so they all thought he was so cool and da da. Did he play
Yeah.
basketball? Did he play
played
basketball?
Brad played basketball. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
just remember, and you were pretty distant to me and Lori that year because you were like kind of
Senior.
separating yourself like to go to college, like you did that early.
Right.
So senior year you were pretty distant from us, but like I just remember there was like an effervescence around you and Brad that year. There was a lot of giggly. I just picture flashes of you walking around in his varsity jacket, and it was so, it was
I
so
could,
high school, high
that
school,
I
like a
couldn't believe
real
that
high
was
school
happening.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's in a movie. Someone gives you a varsity jacket.
Right.
To have a
Right.
varsity jacket, I was like, is this my coat now?
That's wild.
Oh,
Yeah.
you had the varsity jacket with the leather sleeves, but I wore Justin's anorak, Seton Hall prep and soccer anorak. And then I
can't believe we
wore
let you do
Adams.
that.
I wore Adams Mount St. Dominic, not Mount St. Dominic.
Mount St. Dominic.
What? You went to all
School.
girls?
Hold on. Where did he go? Montclair and Kimberly Academy.
Why?
Yeah,
His
okay.
NKA, I had his jacket. He had some kind of jacket, I guess, for football or whatever. I wore that.
I can't believe both of you had that experience from like the 50s.
Oh, yeah.
From the
That
50s.
Totally.
Right. I never
That's
had
what
that.
I
But you
said.
know what? Gordy had it too. He had a girlfriend actually, and then he let some other girl wear his jacket, and
What?
it blew up and became
Oh,
a
I am
huge deal.
sure.
Yeah. And I was like, why did you do that? And he's like, oh, she asked if she could
Was
like,
she cold
use
one
it.
day?
Yeah.
I don't know. He was probably hooking up with her too, but he did have an official girlfriend, and it was
Way
like,
to out him on the air when he's not here to defend himself.
oh, that's fine. He wouldn't care. Yeah,
I
but
mean-
I think he enjoyed the drama. And of course, because teenage girls, they should be mad at the guy, but they were all just mad at each other.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Right.
Of course.
But I mean,
Right.
you work hard to earn that piece of clothing.
Right.
Why
And
would you
give it
let
to
a
some
girl
chick.
wear it? Yeah, I know. Like, it's a big
Well,
deal to wear that jacket.
And
It
did
was
you
so
keep
big.
it?
in
I
What?
had it for a long time.
I don't
When did you give it
know.
back?
I
Kim,
don't
you don't even
remember.
remember. You're like, I don't know.
I
just
looked for them, and I might have given them back. I don't know, but I
don't remember some
I'm sure I gave it
ceremonious, like
back.
our relationship's over and you like hand.
I'm
the
sure I
coat
give it back.
maybe.
No,
But
I
in
hope anything to
even
wear.
in 6th grade, I had Sean's. It was a heather gray champion sweatshirt,
This
and
is
it
bullshit.
smelled like him. I don't know why he smelled like something specific as a 7th grader, but it smelled good. So I used to wear that all the time.
Legit, no article of clothing ever from anyone I've ever dated. Nothing.
Really?
Not
I
a
know what I was going to
sweatshirt,
say.
nothing.
On the other perspective of it, my friend Christina, when her son, he's a sophomore in college now, but when he was in high school, he had a serious girlfriend, and she would keep taking his sweatshirts because she said they smelled like him. And so she had so many over a couple of years, and Christina's like, I keep buying him these really expensive sweatshirts. And now the
Oh,
girlfriend
that's
has
so
them.
funny.
Can't she just rotate them back? She's done with them?
No, but you don't think about it from the mom's perspective.
I'd be
They're like,
very
"Wait,
annoyed.
you have like no sweatshirts left."
Oh
Wait,
my
know.
God,
I
that's
remember
funny.
that though. Can we talk about champion sweatshirts? I know they're still a thing, but I remember caring about it more in high school. Like a champion sweatshirt, the brand was like expensive, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not. No,
It's not?
but
Oh, okay.
like I didn't have a thing about the championness of it all. It was just that was the sweatshirt I
was-
had.
And like,
Wait,
did they
what-
wear cologne? Didn't it just smell like the cologne? You probably
smelled
could've
like
just,
them.
bought the
I
cologne.
guess.
Lori,
I
you never
guess.
had any significant clothing that even not team
Never.
wear?
I don't.
Just-
I have no memory of anyone giving me. I definitely did not. No
That is
article of
actually
clothing, not a sweatshirt,
kinda
nothing.
crazy. In
Yeah,
college,
it's
I
weird.
didn't. Isn't that funny? In college, I didn't. I played none of those games. But in high school and middle school, I was like,
Games.
where
That's
like
funny.
where it's like you're branded. You're walking around wearing their jacket. It was like brand. It was
Yeah,
like
you're
you were
branded.
You're
branded.
theirs.
You're
Right,
theirs, literally.
right. I didn't do that in
Like
college.
you
That's what I'm
think you're
saying.
like, you think I have the coat, but it's like,
No, it's
I
your
have her.
T-bird jacket. It's your T-bird
Right.
jacket.
Yes, totally.
I want to say
Thanks, lady.
that we had I don't know that I had the coat before we got in a pretty serious fight because like, senior year is just tumultuous. You're on the verge of leaving home.
Right.
You're leaving everything. But we were like dating. Everything was fine. And then I went away to visit Boston College for the weekend because you would go for the weekend and stay with someone's kid or friend or whatever. And I went away and he was all worried. You're going to be around college guys.
He was worried for the weekend?
Just for the weekend, and you'd be like, you're going to be around college guys and like that fear of me being like dangled out into this new whole big world. Well, nothing happened with me. But when I came back and I was so anxious to get back because now I'm homesick, going away to school thinking I'm not ready for this. And then knowing you can come home and hang out. And then where is everybody hanging out? And they were all hanging out at one person's house. And I went there and I was like, the vibe is off. Like I just felt it. And I was like, something's off. And there was one friend who just always wanted what I wanted, always wanted what I had. I had a best friend. She wanted that person as her best friend. I had a boyfriend. She wanted that guy as her boyfriend.
Very single white female.
It was. We were just competitors in a lot of ways.
Okay.
And when I come back, I'm like excited to see everyone. I'm not ready to leave. And
You're gone for like 2 days.
What is happening? And people are like,
yeah, literally.
we need to, literally I was like gone for 3 days. A weekend would be like a lifetime with a group of kids. Anything could shift. The sands could shift. Yeah. And someone's like, I go, what is going on? Why is everyone acting weird? And Brad took me outside and was like, I have to talk to you about it. I was like, what is happening right now? And he's like, I don't know if he said, now this is where the memory fails. I don't know if he said I hooked up with, or I kind of got involved with, let's call her Sheila. He's like, I kind of got involved with Sheila, who was my competitor. And I was like, what? I go, wait, what is happening right now? And he was like, I go, wait, did you hooked up with Sheila? Like I was gone for 3 days. Like this is what happened. Right. It's like, well, it was a little weird. I go, okay, I think this is done. Like, I don't know if he broke up with me.
You hooked up, or was he saying?
I think he was hinting that something, I knew something had happened. And that I don't know if he panicked and said, I think we need space, or if I said, well, fine, I'm leaving. I don't remember who said what. All I know is I was so upset. I had driven myself there, right? So I got in the car, I drove home. I was beside myself because now you've just had your first falling in love experience. And now you're having this betrayal experience all within the period of like this much time.
Right.
And
like
so
2 weeks later? Like, what are you?
No,
what are we
it was like
talking?
months later. We'd been dating.
When was that first kiss? What month did you say?
It said November.
There had to be a journal entry soon after where you discussed this first betrayal.
I must have.
Can you just scroll a couple pages forward?
Kenzie says when they say hook up that it means like you're having sex with somebody, but that's not what you mean. Like he kissed somebody.
That's just kissing. But a hookup had to at least be a kiss.
Yeah, well, something happened and I went home and I went tearing up into mom and dad's room and tearing into the room. And I was like, screaming and crying, and laid down on the bed and was sobbing. And I was like, he was with Sheila. Like I was so beside myself.
Okay, you have to have tons of journal entries on that. You don't have to read it right now, but I really would love date perspective.
I'll find it. I'll find it for the next episode. But here's the thing.
Okay.
I was beside myself, and of course he freaked out and was like, what am I doing? And well, he wasn't texting me. He was calling me on my landline and calling me on my landline.
I was like, what?
And maybe stopping by. And basically was like, we have to talk. Like, everything's so fucking dramatic.
Sweet.
And then I go and meet up with him, and he's like, what happened? And he's like, yeah, well, Sheila was flirting with me and she was trying to like, it was clear
it's her fault.
She went after him a little bit.
It's her fault. Right.
Yeah, it's her fault.
That's not what
I think he was. I think
I know, but I think Terry's serious.
I think Terry is serious.
I am serious.
Wait,
I know, but that's still his fault.
This was the joke we just made. It's not her fault.
No, it is in the sense that someone can be the aggressor. Brad was
so what? It was his choice.
So yeah,
cares if
he
she's
I'm just
she had
saying.
no obligation.
I'm not letting him off the hook. I'm just
You
saying
are.
that no, I'm not. He was like, oh God, someone else liked me. He'd never had anyone like him before. So now he's feeling like, oh, let me see what I can get, I'm sure. And this girl kind of moved in and made it easy and easy and easy for him to do. I don't think he had the guts to go after someone else. She had to make it real
But
simple.
that's also because he had a girlfriend.
Right.
Of course. Of
What are you
course.
talking about? He
These
wouldn't
feel
have the
like
guts
weird
to go after her.
excuses. Like, oh,
Yeah.
nobody ever came after him. So, like, what was he to do? Poor
No,
him.
of course he didn't have to do that. But also, he probably wanted to. He probably wanted something. He was dramatic too.
Well, of course he
So-
wanted to. He wouldn't have if
Yeah.
he didn't want to.
So then the point is that we met in a
This is
parking
weird.
lot. We met in a parking lot and he was crying and I was crying. And then he was like, I love you. I want you to be my girlfriend. And that's when he gave me the coat. That was like sealing the deal from what I remember.
Oh.
It was sort of like either I tried to, no, I think that's when he gave it to me. I could be wrong. But that was that moment of like the coat stood for something. It was like, no, we're really together now, you know? And we stayed
You're
together.
really mine.
We stayed together for a while.
Weird.
I wasn't so innocent either. And we'll get into that another time. But anyway, first boyfriends.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, it's Terri from Generation Artax. And listen, I love a good story. Who doesn't? If you didn't, you wouldn't bother with books, TV, movies, or even podcasts. We love listening to stories, but there's also something really powerful about writing your own. You may see yourself as a reader or a listener, and maybe you wouldn't dare call yourself a writer. But here's the truth. If you can read, you can write. If there's something you would love to write, share, or get out there, there is no better or safer place to do it than this little program I run called the New Rules Studio, or Studio for short. It's a live, virtual, real-time writing space led by certified instructors where you get to explore your own ideas, your own creativity, memories, stories without judgment or criticism.
La 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 la.
Okay.
I also hated when people said semi-formal.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's not a
Semi-formal. Going to this. Didn't we say the semi?
Semi.
We did
We
call
went
it
to
the semi.
semi? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Because it was across all the grades, right?
Yep.
The semi, we all went, but
Yep.
junior prom was separate from senior prom.
No. Junior and senior was together. There were only 50 kids in a grade. I'm
I don't know
sure.
if that's true.
I
I'm
don't
sure.
think that's true either.
I
don't know if
am.
that's true because my senior
It's
prom I think
not.
was just us.
I do think that as well.
No, it was a junior senior prom, and you went 2 years in a row. And you're just confused because we also went to other people's proms that might have been split.
Okay.
But at Oak
Okay.
Knoll, it was a junior senior prom. That would be ridiculous to just have. What if everybody didn't go? There'd
It
be
was-
40 couples there.
okay.
I think it was a small thing. Oh well.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Okay, I found the
All
entry.
right.
Okay, but don't you want to save it? Stop. You always do this. Don't go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. She's the one who's all worried about running out. And then she's
I
like, let
know.
me read.
Well, you asked about it and then I found it.
All right. Well, great. Next episode.
Okay,
We'll,
fine.
we'll hear the follow up. Stay tuned.
Okay.
We'll have to download another episode.
Okay. Well, now I'm torn because I have something about regarding Lori in the semi, but then I have something else.
You do have a semi one also?
Well,
I
we
think I'm
didn't
gonna
actually talk about the semi. So
right.
why
I'm
don't you
gonna
do the other
save
one?
it.
Because I have no entry. You can read about me.
Okay, I'll save it for the next. Okay, so I printed emails from college and
Okay.
I have them in big
Right.
folders. January of 1996, I was a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Lori was,
I was a senior. No,
no,
that doesn't make any
you were a
sense.
junior,
Oh, sorry. What month? Oh,
96.
Mm-hmm.
So you were a junior. Okay, so this is an email that I wrote to Lori via mom's email.
What?
You didn't have your own email account. I wrote through mom's email account. There was one email account for the house.
You didn't get rid- Oh, wait. You were writing to me, though?
I was writing
Yes.
to you from the computer lab at BC.
But
And she wrote to
were
mom's
you writing
account.
to mom's email address?
To
or
you
from?
through mom's
To
account.
you.
To you, not through
God.
mom's account.
Why is this so hard?
Why is this difficult?
You didn't have an account. So Kim sent it to mom and said, give this
Okay.
to Lori.
From her own email address.
Oh
from
my
a
fucking God.
bc.edu.
Yes.
Who cares? Go on.
What's happening?
I don't know. I wanted to
This
know.
is okay. Hello, my dear sister.
Ew.
What? Sis?
I read this to Kent and I'm like, I feel like we're like the March sisters. And I was like, hello, dear sister.
I would do anything to be a fly on the wall of my face when I read that. Was I like, that's normal? Or was I like, what the hell?
I feel like I was being silly. I don't know. I'm just
maybe.
about to go. What?
I said maybe. I can see that.
Okay. I'm just about to go to bed and I was looking at pictures because this is what I always
That's all you do.
She's like, I was reflecting on my life. It's 1996.
I had one of those ugly days today. You know, we've all had them. Anyway, I just
She's
wanted
like,
to
you have them all the time.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. Anyway, I just wanted to remind you that you are a beautiful girl.
Oh,
I know sometimes you feel just really gross because I felt like that today. But I don't want you to forget that you are such a pretty girl. And once those nimrod guys get their imbalanced hormones together, you'll be overwhelmed with swooning men.
Okay, hold on. What's so weird is that yesterday, Courtney and I were biking through Concord.
Whoa, it's called Concord.
Concord? Wow.
I was on the Concorde. Flight of the
How
Concorde.
long have you lived in Massachusetts? That was weird.
And we biked past a street called Nimrod. And I was like, Nimrod, you never hear that word.
What?
I said it out loud.
Wait, that's really weird.
That's fucking
I do like
weird.
Nimrod. I have used it. But...
Wait, I don't know if I've ever used it before or since. Wait, since 1986.
That was yesterday.
That's
See,
weird
that's
synchronicity.
one of those idiosyncrasies that you're like,
No,
what's the point?
No, it's not idiosyncrasy.
What is the point? Just to tell
it's
you
a
you're on the right path.
synchronicity. An idiosyncrasy would be that you always say it.
It's a synchronicity. Every time I hear the word synchronicity, I think of Felicity. Okay.
Okay, wait. So once those Nimrods, I wonder who you're talking about.
I don't know, but how that's so
All the
weird.
boys don't
And you're
like
like,
her.
why?
I know.
Why?
What's the problem?
Why that? Why that synchronicity? Why?
Why?
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Because when I read it, you go, wait. Okay. And I am so anxious to see you on stage again. You star, you.
Are you 85?
Yeah,
are you
so
my
weird.
dear Aunt Kimmy?
Oh, my dear.
What show were you in? What musical junior year?
Brigadoon.
Brigadoon.
It was a big
Okay.
one. That was a big one that year.
You star, you. Remember how proud I am of you and that your sisters will be your biggest fans at your next performance and everyone after that. So write me back and tell me some stories. I'm assuming that maybe mom keeps you semi-updated.
Semi.
In that situation, I would say
Semi-updated. No, I don't know
my
what you're
life.
changing.
Because she always clued me in about terrors when she was away. All is well up here. I mean, I love my friends and I'm making more every day.
Of course.
You never have enough.
Never say.
You never have enough friends.
Keep gathering them. My classes are awesome. Lori, if you come to this school, you really have to be a human development major. Or if you go to a different school, take similar classes. These
was a human
classes,
development major.
Yep, and so she followed suit. Interpersonal relations, abnormal psych, etc., are so interesting. My
Both of
human
them.
development friends and I seriously look forward to them. You can
They were so
relate
good.
everything we talk about in them to our lives. It's seriously awesome. And then I went. The Andy
really
deal is weird. That I was in between boyfriends. We don't hang out, and I don't call him, nor do I see him every day. But I'm playing my cards really well. I'm completely relaxed and positive when we do talk. I refuse to get jealous or hostile in any way towards him because I know exactly how that would totally push him away. Besides, I've begun to scope out other people at primetime dinner around 6 to 6:30 when everybody's in the cafeteria.
No one called it
This
that.
is horrible. Robin, me, and a bunch of our guy friends just sit there for hours, literally, and people watch. We make up our top 10 or top 5 best looking people lists every night at dinner.
Wow. What a mean girl.
Not cool. Well, I didn't know. I didn't
If
make
she
a
was
top
making a list of the ugly people, that'd be mean.
Yeah, I didn't do that. and just look at everybody. It really is so much fun. We laugh a lot. It's so
really is
crazy
fun.
how much of a total social fest meals are. It's really great. Anyway, now that I've opened my eyes, I've realized that there is an unreal amount of really good-looking people walking around this campus. So I'm meeting a lot of new people, and who knows what'll happen. So that's my story. I am happy and I miss you so much. I talk about you all the time, and all my friends who see pictures of you, me, and Terri comment on what a beautiful bunch of sisters we are. My guy friends are hoping you come here. Freshman
Ew.
chicks are always appealing to guys, particularly good looking freshman chicks.
Gross.
That's kind of gross.
So, yeah, I was going to feed you to them.
Yeah.
So write me or give me a
Sounds like.
call. I love you, Lori. That's it.
Aw.
That's very sweet.
I know. I was like, I'm feeling ugly. You're not ugly, though. So don't
Yeah.
forget it.
I swear you were definitely Lori's mom in another life.
I
Oh.
know.
I mean, you have like that mothering sort of tendency.
For
Do you
sure.
know why you felt like you had an ugly day?
I mean, I'm sure I was in, which phase is it? Which hormonal phase is it? When you're in the luteal? Is it luteal phase? When you,
Oh,
yeah, when
really?
your
An
face
ugly
just looks
phase?
weird to you.
Probably when you have your period, right?
No, it's the one right before. I think it's your luteal, where you're like, sorry, I'm
Oh,
in my
really?
luteal phase. Where it looks like all your features are weird sizes, and
But is that they are weird sizes, or because
No,
of
they're
your
not.
hormones, you're seeing things differently?
you're seeing things differently.
Can you imagine just like
Yeah,
throughout the
once
month,
one week a month.
Well, it might be subtle. You know, when someone becomes pregnant, sometimes their face does change a bit. So I thought maybe that
Oh,
was
it definitely does
related.
change a bit. It's not just that; it's the inflammation. So yeah, I think your face can get fuller a bit around.
But most
your
people
period.
wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, but you don't get like one nostril flares and one eyebrow bulges, or
Do you remember
you
this
feel like
letter,
it.
Lori? Do you remember getting letters like that from Kim?
No,
Zero memory. Mom was like,
You don't
I
remember
forgot
that?
to share it. I
It's
forgot
not
to
like-
share that.
it's not like if someone said to me, "Did your sisters ever write you from college?" I would be like, "I have no idea." I think I would just assume, but I don't remember sitting down and reading the email or mom being like,
Mhm.
"Hey, Lori, an email came in."
Right.
Right?
With me, like just reminding you that don't forget you're beautiful if you're having an ugly day.
Yeah, no.
That's very
And I know
sweet.
you have them.
I know.
And all of my male friends are champing at the bit to get a bite of you when you move
Ew.
here.
When we're seniors and you're a freshman, they can't wait. Yeah, that's
Terri,
gross. Sorry.
Did you come? Were you able to see any of my shows?
What are you
I
talking
don't
Oh
about?
yeah,
Did you go to all
Yeah.
of them?
At Oak Knoll?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Did
I mean, I came home for college.
I
I
know.
was not at Once Upon a Mattress. I think I missed
Okay.
that one. But I saw
But I,
like,
Brigadoon and Pirates.
I
of
saw
Penzance.
that.
The Pirates?
I
Yeah.
saw what is the Jewish one dancing on the roof?
Really? Oh,
Yeah, Fiddler on the Roof.
Dance-
Yeah. The show.
The one where
girl
Tevye-
Catholic school where it's just about a Jewish man.
Yeah,
yeah, what the heck?
Tevye dancing on the ceiling.
Dancing on the
Dancing
ceiling,
on the
Fiddler on the Roof.
ceiling.
One of those. I knew it was going to be slightly off of that.
That's how
Um,
I became friends with all my New York friends, though. Dave and Dan and
Oh.
Was
Jim.
Fiddler on the Roof?
Because Swope,
Oh my god!
this guy,
Yeah.
he got Tevye, and so we spent a lot of time with him. Swope was in a band, the Stillwater
Yes.
band with Dave, Jim, and Dan.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And
Yeah.
then we all started hanging out with the band.
I am sure
And then
I
now,
saw
I don't know
Pirates.
if any of us talk to Swope anymore for no reason. Just fell apart. And I just Dan texted me today about how he's coming to the wedding, and they all are. And Dave texted
Hold
me
on.
about
so
Today's
The
wedding.
band, they had one song, and if you have a recording of it, I want to hear it, that I
Oh.
loved, that I had you ask this group of guys to come to our house when it was my friend Keith and Andre. They have the same birthdays. So when they came over for Keith and Andre's birthday in August, and I had your friends come to play songs for Keith and Andre.
I don't remember that either at
Wow.
all.
You
Did
don't?
the Stillwater band come?
Yes, they set up, they played in our den, and Dad bought us a beer ball
Wow.
for Keith and
Whoa.
Andre's wedding, and I have pictures of it. I don't have
Wedding?
pictures of them
Keith and
playing the
Andre's
band.
wedding?
Well,
That's nice of him.
Keith and Andre's
Dad bought a
birthday.
beer ball? That was like
That's
very
funny.
progressive.
Because we were going into our senior year of college, and I think it was kind of like
Okay.
whatever.
Oh,
And
most
so-
of them were 21 anyway.
Oh, true. Okay.
Well, I think it was Keith and Andre's 21st birthday.
Oh, then also makes sense.
That makes sense.
And it
Okay.
was at
I mean,
the,
I
don't
wasn't.
remember
I
that.
was
That's
almost.
crazy. We listened to the entire album after Erin's wedding. We went back to someone had like outdoor seats, and we all sat there and we played the whole album, and we're like, this really holds up.
There was
still
one
really
song that
good.
I just loved it so much, and I think if I heard it, it would take me back.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna make them
And
bring their guitars.
it was a surprise. So I don't know why, like, my two good guy friends would be like, cool. To just sit there. I invited some other friends over we worked at Ruby Tuesdays. So I had a bunch of people. It was a thing. I had a bunch of people come from Ruby Tuesdays. And then this big surprise I had for them was a band they didn't know playing in our den for them. But
But
it
it
was
was
a good
fun.
scene.
It's like
It was
live
fun.
music in your house. That's fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe you have no memory of that, Lori. Oh my
No,
God.
but now I want the Stillwater band to play.
They went on to become the
my
Dave
wedding
Matthews
ceremony.
Band.
Oh yeah, Dave Matthews Band. Yeah, Dave. He was
They
cool.
turned into that.
Okay, I do have an unrelated.
Okay.
Okay.
We know you've heard Generation Artax, but are you subscribed? Hit the follow button wherever you listen to podcasts. That's one less thing to worry about and one more thing to look forward to. We'd love to keep this show going, and you can help. Please rate and review. Thanks.
La 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 la.
Now is time for our segment we call Unrelated, where one of us asks a question that is completely not related to anything we've talked about previously. Okay, my question for you is, what is your love language? Discuss.
Ooh.
Okay.
Giving and receiving might be different.
Should we list off what the love languages
Yes,
are? What are
please.
there? 5?
There's only
I don't-
5?
Are there? Yeah, it's from a book. There's a
Oh,
set
I didn't know there
number.
was a set. Okay.
Let's
One
just say
love language.
there are 5. No, Lori, there's
Okay.
5.
Oh, okay.
No. Words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, touch,
Okay.
and
Okay.
fucking.
Quality time.
Fucking is the
Okay.
last one.
Words of
Really? You put the word
affirmation.
fucking in the book?
No, that's not it. Words of affirmation is one.
Okay.
Gifts,
Gifts,
acts of service,
Mm.
quality time, and physical touch.
physical touch. I always find this a really tough question to answer because it's like, okay, who
Really?
doesn't love all those things? I love
A
all
lot of people don't love a lot of them.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean? Terry, how is gifts not yours? Yours
I
is
feel like
gift.
words of affirmation and
things. I
gifts.
love words. I
Because
love
you can
the
have more
words.
than one, right?
Because how often is someone buying you gifts? And sometimes I get a little feel guilty about it. I did date someone for a bit who just gave me the best gifts all the time. And I was like, I felt like, how do I repay this? But she literally got pleasure giving those things to me. And I did really feel loved by her in that way. And that was
But then
that was
what
great.
is yours though? What's yours?
Like I'm in a relationship with someone that is not her love
Right.
language.
No, but is it yours still? Because don't you gift
Right.
to her?
I do like to do that, but I don't like I don't
Acts
like
of
the
service
idea.
is a weird phrase.
Hang
No,
on.
it's like, if he shows you he loves you by making you dinner.
Right.
Or
right.
That's
like,
I mean,
acts of
Gordy's is
service.
acts of service.
Gordy is acts of service. Like dad was acts of service. He'd go get
No,
your
but
gas,
Gordy's also
get
very
your
touchy
oil
feely.
changed.
Like with
That's what I'm
with-
saying.
with
That's
ev-
why
with everyone.
That's
No,
right.
not
That's what I'm saying.
not everyone's love language is
Can you imagine
touch.
if it was like, I'm only acts of service. I only will get your oil changed and I'll cook, but don't touch me.
And that's it.
Don't give me
That's the
anything.
only way
don't
you'll
talk
know.
to me. Yes.
Mine is
What's the thing you
always been
savor?
what?
Right,
Yeah,
well, go
mine
ahead.
has always been quality time. That has always been Joe's. So even when Mason Kens were really little, our Christmas gift to each other would just be when they were little and we didn't stay overnight places a lot. We would get a babysitter for like 13 hours and go to Boston and do all these things and
that's
go out to
cool.
eat and sometimes meet up with people. Lori, we met up with you once for dinner. And then we'd go to a movie and then we'd go in different bars and then we'd just walk around. And
You're good at doing that. You do make a point to do it even now. You'll be like, I'm
It's easy to
meeting
do
Joe for
now.
lunch.
Yeah, we go out to eat like 2 or 3 times a week, just us. Two times a week, maybe sometimes.
And that's
Okay.
going to sound
But
like a dumb
then-
question. But when you have 2 little kids
Yeah.
and all you do is spend time together, why would you need more time
Well,
together?
hold on.
And it's time away from the
That's
kids.
not
It's really just
everyone.
time away from
It-
kids.
It's not like our parents like sat down and spent quality time with us. That wasn't their love language at all.
No. I
Love
mean, with
language to
each
the
other.
kids or
Like
to
if
each
you're
other in the
parenting
marriage?
No,
You
to
think
each other.
spending time with
To each
little
other, yeah.
kids together is quality time with like your spouse?
It's not. So really the love language is time without kids.
No.
No.
None of this is
No.
making any sense to me right now.
No, you're not making sense.
What?
It's still quality time,
Oh.
and what's
Yes.
what are you missing?
Who? Terry?
Terry.
No, I get it. I think it's like making time to always go and do stuff together by yourselves.
It doesn't even have to be by yourselves. It's quality
But
time.
that's not-
It doesn't have to be by yourself, I think is her point.
It just seems like a default. If you're in a relationship, you're probably going to spend time with them.
No. There, when people are
No.
like, oh, we're around each other all the time, but I feel so alone. Like that's not
Well, that just means they're a bad
quality
partner.
time.
That means you're a bad partner. for you.
Quality time.
My point is that quality. It has to
quality
be
where you're sitting and
quality time
talking
together.
and like, yeah.
Or it doesn't have to be. It doesn't even have to be talking. Look, like
However you
Courtney
define
and I like
quality.
parallel play, and I consider that quality time because
I
if
do too.
we're both in the mood to watch our own phones, we'll do it, and we're touching. You know what I mean? And then we're
Yep.
showing each other our like that might not be talking much at all. We are not like, but that feels quality time if we're both in the mood to do that.
Mhm.
So quality
So it
time for
doesn't
sure. But
mean-
he and I also like to do stuff together. We like to go on.
It doesn't
long
mean you have
bike
to be
rides and all that.
engaged in conversation.
You don't have
Because
to,
you
right.
guys will
Right.
bike together, you'll build things together. To me,
Yes.
that is like quality time / acts of service, right?
No, that's
yeah.
not an
I
act of
don't say
service.
that I do acts of service. Really, he does for
Mhm.
sure. I don't really do words of affirmation with my kids.
For kids, it's a whole different. Yeah, love language for your kids is totally.
All right. So
different.
sorry, you're talking about romantic only. Be
Yeah,
more
No,
specific.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, you are. Okay, fine.
Okay. Quality time. I guess but then I guess
Quality
you could
time.
say acts of service.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Definitely
saying.
not
You don't have to
words.
match. You don't have
He
to
and I
match.
don't do words.
You don't
Sorry.
have to match. I have friends who the words of affirmation is very important. They need to hear, like, you're doing a good job. You're
You're doing
like
a good
some
job.
people-
You're doing a good job.
Wait, what were the only? Sorry, words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time. What were the other two?
Gifts
Gifts
and
Oh,
touch.
gifts
and touch.
and touch.
That's hard because I'm a touchy feely person too.
Yeah, I'm touchy feely too, but not with friends. We've talked about this. So Greg, my ex-husband, he's very good with gifts,
Yeah.
and also because he was good with gifts, it was hard that I was terrible at them, and still am. Occasionally, I have a good gift idea, very
Yeah.
rarely, but so I don't do any gifts now in my current relationship. If I had to like put them in order: quality time, words of affirmation, and touch.
What you do versus what you like to receive. They're two different things. They can be two separate things.
Here's a problem. I love giving gifts. Sometimes times are tight and you can't spend on gifts the way you want to spend on gifts, which sucks. Because when I have times in my life when I've been more flush, I think it's so much fun and it feels fun, but it is economically dependent. So I don't want to rely on it as a thing. I think
Yeah.
it's words of affirmation because I like to tell someone, because it's so rare that people will directly say how they feel about a person or say something that will surprise them. And that is my strength. It is what I'm good at. And also I want to hear, like, I love a texter. Like I want ongoing texts, like all the
Yep.
time. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know, I want to have jokes. I want to have
That's just
stuff
words.
going. No, I just want
That's
to hear.
affirmation.
I want words of affirmation. I want words of humor. I want words of
No, I do want words of
No, like,
affirmation.
there are people who are like, I need to hear that you love me, why you love me, what you love most about me. Like,
Yeah, that's it. I want the different facets of it. If someone just says I love you 5 times a day, that's cool, but then that ceases to elicit that, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I love when someone else like, you know what's funny? You know what you just did, which was so funny? I love when you do this. It's very specific. It's very much like gateless feedback, that approach that we use, where it's specific, calling out specific things that are really, you know what I mean? Like Allie
Yeah.
left me a polo and she made a wisecrack, but right before she did, she made like a little face and she made a little side smile and a little dimple. And it was so fast. And I kept replaying it and I bookmarked it. And I was like, that I love. And it wasn't even conscious, but I want to call attention to those things. And I like when someone calls attention to them for me. I do also like touch, but I think the words are, you're not around someone all the time where you're touching them all the time. Words you can do anywhere. And so that matters to me.
that's true.
But one of my really good friends is an acts of service. She makes the reservation. She shows love through order, organization, and taking care of details.
Mhm.
She's really bad at words of affirmation. And one day we all told her she's so great at that, but no words of affirmation from her ever. And she was like, oh, she was like, I don't. I go, no, I've not. I said, I'm still waiting to hear that you like anything I've ever done, made, or said. She was like, she just doesn't do it. And then I was like, at some point I had to tell myself that's just not what she does.
Right. I was going to say, I was like, but
Yeah.
that you can't tell somebody.
Well, because I
you
say
need to
those
be
things
like
to
that.
her.
So
I know. I was kind of like, oh, she must not like this thing. And it's like, it's tricky because if you don't hear
Yeah.
the same thing back, then you go, oh, well, she didn't really like that. Or why can't she say something nice about that? And that's just not how she's wired. You
Right.
know?
Right. Well,
Right.
that's all about resetting expectations with people. Once you do
Right.
learn what their love language is and how then you don't misinterpret a
But the
lack
fact
of
that we
something.
think they have to match, that if we think, well, I'm a
I don't
gift
think they
person,
have
you
to
have to do it. No, but there's the thing I hate about the love language stuff is that people think, well, I have this and you have to do this. It's like, no, you have to appreciate how the whole point was to appreciate how someone else
Yeah.
loves you. Not,
Right.
if you're not a gift giver, don't swipe right on me.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I would have thought, and there was definitely times in my life I would have been like, oh, I need to hear,
You
this,
said
that, or
it.
the
You're
other.
the words of affirmation person. It's so funny because you always said, when I date someone, I tell people, I'm very direct. I need to hear compliments. I need you to hear this. I need you to tell me this. I was always in awe of that directness.
Well, it
And
doesn't
then-
matter. I don't have that now.
I know. That's what I'm saying is, if you
And
don't
it's-
have
and it's
that,
not
it
necessary.
doesn't mean you can't love him.
Yeah. Well, but I feel very, very loved. And I
So do we
accept
just
his
say
love
we
language.
distrust our preferences because our preferences don't matter?
No,
Because your
because it's
preference
not
went
like
away.
it's not like all of a sudden, if one day he became very, very verbal, I would be like, "Whoa, hold on, I did this." It's not like I wouldn't accept it. It's
Yeah,
just
but it's
that
not happening. It's
not
not gonna change.
needed. Right. I'm just saying. I feel like there are things that one thinks that they want or need, but really you want love, and if the person provides it in one of the ways you would have thought was inferior to what you originally thought you wanted, as long as you recognize it, it turns out, oh, it doesn't actually matter which one it is. As
Right.
long
Okay,
as
but that's
you're
a big
able to
enlightened
translate.
moment. But
As
that's a
long as
big
you're able
enlightened
to
moment.
translate that. Like some people feel, well, I knew this girl once and I mean, I still know her, but I don't talk to her, but she's married now, but when she first met her husband, they were like together a while. They got engaged, and she's like, he never says anything loving. She's like, but he shows it all the time, and I feel so loved, but like literally never. Like he just. And I remember when she told me this, it was much younger. It was single, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. Does he really love her? Because he's like never says it, right? And yeah, and I would have never thought that wasn't important to me. But until you feel truly loved by someone and they don't love you the way you thought was necessary.
Right.
I don't
Well,
know.
Maturing in any relationship or friendship is expectation setting because disappointment comes when someone isn't the way you wanted them to be in your head. And so if
Well,
you
right.
it's kind like every friend has a certain limit or they shine in a certain way in your life, and you can get very easily disappointed by people who don't do certain things. But you readjust your expectations of people, and they're good in my life. They contribute to my life in this way, and I help do this. Like,
And
Well,
it's
that's
not
fine.
lowering expectations, though. Just want to make that clear.
What?
I wouldn't call you didn't use this phrase, but you said adjusting expectations, which is not the same thing as lowering expectations.
It's not.
I just
No.
wanted to say
No,
that.
it's not. Nope. You're
Nope.
right. It's not the same thing. It's not, there's no, they're all the same form. They're all
Well-
different versions of expression of love, right?
Mhm.
My point is, there are people who would say, listen, we have different people in our lives that perform different roles, but we expect a lot from a partner, from a romantic partner. Unfortunately, there's a lot of pressure on that person to fulfill everything. So some people who are loved by their partner by tons of acts of service and tons of physical touch, but they never hear the words, might see it as a problem and say, oh, we're going to therapy because he never says it. And oh, he has to try to change or something. And that part is where it kind of goes off the rails because
Yeah.
if you have to change someone, in order to feel love, then you're going to be alone probably. But
Right.
for some people, they don't want to live without that thing, or they can't interpret it. They want someone who does it that way. And I guess
Right.
it is a mismatched love language enough to justify this won't work.
Right.
Even if for you, it's like, no, I feel love. That's all I want.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like, could you be like, we had to break up because gifts wasn't their love language. Like,
Yeah,
you know
because
what I
some
mean?
people do care how they're loved. So then that's
Right,
when you run
yes.
into an issue.
That's
Yeah.
the question.
But
That's the
then I wonder, what is that? If you care how you're loved and you're like, well, I know you love me. I can tell by this, that, and the other, but if you don't give me compliments, I'm out.
I know. Well, right.
That seems
But
weird.
what if the other person, but isn't that part of communication to say,
Mhm.
you know, I know this isn't in your nature, and because you're so good at doing these other things, but if that person knew, it meant a lot for you for that person to say something. It's
Yeah.
not a lot to ask someone to go outside of their own comfort zone and try doing
Right.
a thing, you
They
know,
can try, but
and
I
try
think some
saying
people
a thing.
do. I also feel like, oh yeah, I feel like sometimes one can feel unaccepted, especially if they're loving you the best that they can and the way
Right.
that they can. And then if
Yep.
you're like, the way you love me, I know you love me, but the way you do it isn't enough. I also need words. And that I can imagine right there being like, if you're not accepting my love because it's not the way you want it, then I don't
Then
feel
it's not a
accepted for
fit.
who I am. Right.
Right.
That would
Right.
be really hard. Yeah. That would be hard because I don't give that kind of verbal affection like to friends, you know, or
Yep.
family, really. You know what I mean? Much.
Yeah.
And so that would feel very forced if it was like,
What kind of
you
thing do you
told me.
not do for friends or family? You
I
specifically.
don't
Words of affirmation.
Yeah, I don't do words of affirmation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And it would be really
Although I wrote a whole email in 1996 reminding you to remember how beautiful you are.
yeah, right.
You got all your affirming
I think,
words.
look, this is what
And
comes
written
out of
words a
the.
little different too sometimes.
Yeah, we use words differently, but in my years and years now of work in writing environments where all we're doing is reflecting back what we heard. We're not saying you're a good writer. We're like, this
Mhm.
writing is beautiful. We talk about the thing as having worth on its own. And
Mhm.
you don't have to say one thing that's like, this is so beautiful. I love you. Go, you know what I see here is this happening, and this is amazing because of this. The person feels seen because what they
Right.
created is being seen. And then even though you didn't say, oh, you're so talented and beautiful, they feel seen and they feel loved. That's my whole business model is kind of based on that people
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
come to feel seen. So in that
That's
sense,
all anybody wants.
that's right. So do you think people underestimate how important it is to call out? I mean, this is not only in romantic relationships, but leadership. Most people only hear
Call
criticism.
out verbally,
Call
you
out
mean?
what's working.
Well,
Like, I
because you
love
just,
that.
I feel like you just said, you know, your whole business model is to make the person feel seen, but then you're also saying, but through words, as opposed to other ways
I mean,
of
in
showing
a
it.
writing retreat, that
Yeah,
would be the method.
of course, in a writing retreat, it's you're
Oh, I give
literally only
everyone
there talking about
flowers.
words.
I buy flowers for everybody in the room.
Right.
No, that
But
is
at
that
a
one venue. But I'm just
principle.
saying it matters more than we think, even when you don't think you're a words person. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's what I notice is it's not that we need to hear flowery things at us. We just want to feel seen and
Yep.
thanked for things. I mean, things like that, you know?
Yes, but feeling seen, you can also feel
You can
seen
do that
without
otherwise.
saying "I see you," right? Or right, you
Like I
can do
cleaned
that
up the
also without
kitchen.
words.
Like I was at Allie's and she was on a call or something and I just cleaned up the kitchen. I
Okay.
didn't say anything. I sat down. She was like, oh, thank you so much for doing that. Like, it just is nice to be acknowledged. Not if someone says nothing, it's kind of like, oh, you just expected me to do it. You know, it just is nice to call things out. That's all.
I remember one time I thought this was so amazing to me. I had friends coming over to the house who hadn't seen the house, and I was excited to show them where I lived and stuff like that. And I was out all day, and Gordy had been here. When I came home, the house
remember
was
this.
pristine. But not only that, he had all the lamps on, and because he knows that lighting is so important, he had them on in the basement. And so he knows that lighting is so important for me and for setting the scene. And the cleaning on its own, because I wasn't expecting to, I didn't ask him to, I didn't think he would. I walked in planning to clean when I got home from work, and I was like, and then every light was on exactly the way I would turn them on when I'm like, this is where I live. And I was like, wow.
Did he do that on purpose? Did he do
did
it
because he knew I
you
had
were
friends
gonna...
coming over, and he knows
Oh,
that I
really?
love lighting, but we didn't even talk about it. So the fact that he had all the lighting,
He noticed, yes.
he doesn't care about that. He would never put the lighting on like that. He would
Right.
do overhead lights if it were up to him.
That's what's really
Like
sweet.
an animal.
It's like noticing the things.
Like an animal, like the sun. That's all he needs.
Like what? Who does overhead lighting?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yes,
love
those
that.
details, those kinds of details.
that's where I felt
And-
like seen.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't
know?
have to say the thing. He just did it.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
He didn't have to give one of those speeches at like a breathy speech at the end of a movie in the rain. I love that you like the lamps on. And I love that.
Yes. Like calling it
Oh,
out.
So Harry met Sally. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I was thinking dating
yeah.
Todd,
That's a
a
good
date
one.
with Todd Hamilton or whatever. Tad Hamilton. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What's happening? Oh,
No.
yeah.
Win a date with Todd Hamilton
I
or
love that
whatever.
movie.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
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 Anyway. All
It's like
right,
the things
that's
someone
enough.
would call out in a rom.
She's
The
still
things that
talking.
someone would call out in a rom-com movie. If you
Yes.
can acknowledge and do those things and not just save them for a speech, then you're really doing it. Because there is no
Yes,
moment
yes.
for the speech.
Right.
There's no moment
Right.
for the speech. So you have to live every day like it's the last scene of your rom-com.
Yes. All right.
Okay, that's your
enough.
love lesson. Goodbye. Our love languages, we're done here.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Lori, you have to say it.
I just said that's enough. You could literally
did?
listen to it back
Yeah,
2
she did.
seconds ago.
She did.
Oh, I thought you said it.
You were
so
too
far.
busy
Okay.
taking a big breath to yell
You're
at me for
bloviating.
not saying.
You're bloviating.
Ooh, I don't
It
know
was
that word.
semi tolerable. Goodbye. This episode of Generation Artax was produced by us, edited by us, and hosted by us. Our theme music is by Danielle Musto. Art and design by Ryan Andrews of ryanmade.com. Please follow, rate, and review to help save more Gen Xers from the swamps of sadness. Follow us on Instagram at Generation Artax, that's ARTAX, and visit us at generationartax.com.